Hello, Tov, everyone. So I mentioned yesterday, Parshat ends, Parshat Beshalach, after the huge miracle of splitting the sea and getting out of Egypt, and Shirat Hayam, we're singing on the miracle from how big it was. But then we end the Parsha with the story of Amalek, who come and fight us, and that was very surprising. Like even the Gemara simulated to a hot bath, like very hot bath, that everyone afraid to go in because it's so hot. But after the first one is getting in, so it's not so horrible anymore. Like that, how horrible what Amalek did, because everyone were afraid from Israel. Everyone were afraid from the Israel and knew how much Hashem is strong and saving them and keeping them. And they knew like all the 10 plagues and splitting the sea. How dare you fight Bnei Israel? That was how much is horrible. But even though in our head it happened right after the splitting of the sea, if we read carefully the Parsha, we see there's a lot of up and downs in our Parsha. It starts in the beginning, even before the splitting of the sea. Bnei Israel is saying like something very kind of cynical. They're saying when they're standing, the sea is in one direction, Paro and his soldiers is in the other direction. They're basically stuck. And they're saying to Moshe, is there no enough graves in Mitzrayim? You need to take us to the desert in order to be dying here? Like, seriously, you can leave us over there. It's kind of like, in Hebrew we say like polani. Like, oh, I sit alone in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's enough grave in Egypt. So it's like, they're so complaining. Okay, Hashem is doing the miracle. He's splitting the sea. They're singing the song. It's look like, okay, they choosing again in the side of faith in Hashem and like trust Hashem. But then, I don't know, 20 verses after that, even less, we don't have water. We don't have food. The food is not enough. Hashem is giving them the man, which in English, there's another way to say Haman, right? The manna? Oh, okay. Close enough. Okay. I should remember that, just to say that in an English expression and that. Okay. And the man he tells them, you know what, in Friday take only one. In Friday take 2 of them. It will be enough. They take in more than that. They don't trust in Hashem. Like there's so many occasions that the Bnei Israel is not really trusting Hashem. So maybe we shouldn't be so surprised that eventually Amalek is attacking. But I try to realize like what's the hope from our Parsha? Because the Parsha ends like very, very sad. Like Amalek is attacking, we're winning them, but it's still a sad ending. And I think what we chose to remember for that and what we chose to bring to our history for that, for every day, that's what is winning. And if we'll see in our Sidurim, every day we're mentioning Shirat Hayam. Every day we're saying that in the end of Pesukei Zimra, we're saying as a Shir Moshe and Shirat Hayam, and we're stopping there. Like we're not mentioning everything that happened in Parshat Beshalach. And I think it's maybe can give us like some hope. Because of course, inside of each one of us, there's both sides. I mean, we can be a lot of times believe in Hashem, a lot of faith in Hashem, and believe that everything Hashem is doing to us is only for good and have a good reason. But we know also that sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we complain. Sometimes life giving us some things that we say, I mean, come on, Hashem, seriously, like I want this and that's not good and everything. But, and that's fine. I mean, that's still, the Parsha tells us that's totally legit. You can have this both sides. But the question is, what do you choose to emphasize more? What do you choose to remember? And I think it's clear to us that we're doing so many mitzvot, lezecher letziat Mitzrayim, to remember the part of Letziat Mitzrayim, we clearly emphasize the part that we believed in Hashem, that we sang to Hashem. The name of this Shabbat also called Shabbat Shira. We call that Parsha not Shabbat complaining, Shabbat being angry. It's called Shabbat Shira. Yes, we sang to Hashem. This is what we want to remember. So I want to bless us all that we have enough faith in Hashem that we will just sing and tell Him thank you, even though it doesn't look so easy all the time. Good luck, everyone.